Good morning, Fawns. There's so much activity already first thing in the morning. Hello, hello. I got some morning voice. Is fantasy feeling better? Fantasy was first, necromancer was second. Surprised at how early fantasy was. Wow, 8:52 in the morning. Good morning and time zone approved greetings. For those of you who are not in the morning. Typos galore followed us while we were offline. Thank you, Typos galore. It's nice to briefly meet you. Name only. We're at 201 followers, I believe. Let's go check that real quick. I have 8,000 tabs open. $201. So our raider yesterday was our 200th follower. Celebration! Woo! Let's see, what's everybody saying? Couldn't take all your meds and made you nauseous. Yeah, necromancer's meds make him nauseous too. Well, I mean, you could always take a little bit more later if you still have more to take, right? Speaking of meds, Maraca time. It's Cog's birthday tomorrow. Oh my lord. Fantasy's birthday is soon too. Also, I believe it's my cousin's birthday today as well. So I gotta message her. Where's my phone? My phone's right there. I'll message her after stream. Somebody remind me. I believe it's my youngest cousin's birthday. And by youngest cousin, I mean she's like 22 now, so really young. I used to be the youngest one. Give me a little rub. I haven't rubbed my eyes yet this morning. Yeah. Is it time for bed yet? Neff, have you been awake all night? Good morning, Conk. I know, I recognize that you said it was your birthday. I'm reading chat all out of order. Fantasy just called you lobster. But happy birthday. Happy birthday. Are you gonna come by tomorrow so we can wish you a happy birthday? Guess I'll have to draw a conch lobster tomorrow if you show up. Another marketable plushie. For cake, obviously. I still haven't made my birthday cake. My birthday was in the middle of July and I still haven't made my cake. I have all the ingredients just sitting on the counter waiting. Tesla. His beanbag chair is gone. It went to Ottawa. Well, it's on its way to Ottawa later today. My friend Tyler came by, and he picked up a bunch of the more awkward shaped objects, and those have gone off. So the move out is starting. Anti-nausea meds that work pretty well. That's good. Now we have a choice. I can continue painting I can continue working on Necromancer's piece on small details. Or we can find something else new to work on, but I can't work on the lace yet. Let's see if I have anything in the in progress folder. You know, when you're an art streamer, you get a lot of art done. Who would have thought? I need to start making a complete section because, my lord, there's so many incomplete pieces and half-finished pieces. And I don't know what's done and what's not anymore. That is true. Necromancer's waited a very long time. It's mostly that I need to do the lace and I guess I could finish up the hands. We can turn off the jewelry layer. And work on the hands. I'll make sure Nugget eats. Print out the art and glue some lace to the canvas. Oh my lord. Neff. This shadow here wouldn't be quite as deep because the hands are farther away from the leg here. But the hands do still need quite a lot of work. Oh yeah, Forky's book arts is really good. Tesla, you still? Come here, Nugget. Come here, stand next to me, eat your food. Babbins. Yeah, Four Keys released a video the other day on binding a softcover copy of The Adventures of Robin Hood, like the original. Middle English version or Old English version, whatever it is. Modernized, I think? I didn't actually listen to the video, I just watched it. And the audio off. Because I was listening to the news. And I just like seeing the process of people create things. There's Rivy trying to get in to get Tesla's food. see the hydrate? We missed you last week, Conk. It was really good to see my friends again. Just thinking about last night. Tyler filling me in on everything going on back home. Truck noises! There won't be so much of that. You guys are gonna miss the truck noises probably. School? Oh, that's understandable. School's more important than streaming. Just saying, we missed you. Hey. I want this color. Yeah, I wish I had that kind of money too, fantasy. Holy shit, that would be so nice. I have my 1 liter beer mug with some flavored water. That's good, that's good. Water is good, as long as it's not filled with beer while you're sick. Like, that would be, that would not be good. You would be doing me a concern there. Feeling sick and we're just a little stuffy. Neff has been hugged. And fantasy has booped my snoot. It is the boop snoot, like the boop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. There's going to be a little bit of bounce light right here. Like, that's part of what's bothering me. There's bounce light there. Whoop. Wrong brush. Actually, that brush probably would have been good right there. There we go. I use my reaction to get cast Misty Step. Hug avoidance. Illegal! Noises, truck noises. Can't wait till I get away from the truck noises. Probably sleep a hell of a lot better, that's for sure. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna step. I can spider climb and head to the highest point. Cast spider climb. Cast counter spell, Necromancer Dark. And then give him a hero's feast. Ooh. Entrapment. Counterspell, counterspell. What, you don't want food? Aww. You don't have to eat all of it, just some of it. How about a graveyard instead? Would that be better? You're gonna give me a graveyard. If I can find one on the island, and according to D&D Heroes, Feast stop poison from affecting you for 24 hours. Well, nice. And the Demora do have graveyards. We do die. It's just Nameless who doesn't. Question for the photo thing. Do I need a plain background and nothing air conditioned? It could just be a normal photo. Isn't your birthday coming up soon in fantasy? Morning, Ross. I hope you're doing better today. Next week you think you don't you don't know when your birthday is? I thought it was the 16th, wasn't it? I was hoping people forgot this year. Never! I'm starting to get too many birthdays to remember. I'm starting to forget other ones. Well, I gotta... Tesla! Come on, Nugget. You've barely eaten anything. There were boxes moved. Stuff left the apartment yesterday, and Tyler was visiting. So Tesla's all discombobulated. His beanbag chair is missing. And so he's not eating. You know what, Ross? You could just not answer when people call you. Just do that. If you want to take the day off, take the day off. Like, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go put Tesla's food away because he's definitely not gonna eat it. Sorry, Babas. Look at your hands. grab a snack. A breakfast snack. It consists of the last 2 pepperettes and a couple of slices of cheese. For the hydrate and to stretch. That dino just paying off the center of my forehead. Hello, kittens. And getting there last night, oh, my dad was knocking on the door. I ignored him, pretended I was asleep. Yeah, what? 100% that is valid. Your leg is not feeling well, and they want you to get up late at night to do stuff. Like, what the fuck? Let a man sleep, for Christ's sake. Your family needs to assess, can it wait until later? Yes? Then perhaps maybe we shouldn't bother Ross so much. Because he's getting mad. Also, they have me do errands late at night. What the hell? You are not their maid. Jesus Christ. Go away, I'm dead! I mean, getting out of your room is important. I would know because I hardly ever leave my room. But it was really nice to have a friend over yesterday. And, I'm sit and chat with them. Wait for the McDonald's twice, because the first time we ordered 3 meals, and they only brought us 3 drinks. One of which I am presently drinking because, well, we paid for them. Even if it's flat Coca-Cola now. There's barely a hint of a fizz left, and there's still one more in the fridge. And they're Canadian larges, which are like a whole liter or something. It's a lot of soda. Ew. Gross. Okay, what is my tracking doing? There we go. We're back to normal. Gross now. Only 3 drinks in the morning. I even got screwed up. Then again, sadly people don't get paid enough for this, at least. The assumption being an American, or at this point honorary Canadian. You are an honorary Canadian. A streamboat? Deny. And the bot came back. We'll have to put a tiny home at Larptown and import Ross. Yep. And if my other friend Ross visits, then there'll be 2 Rosses. A Ross squared. Okay, Mathis, I guess you can have a tiny piece of cheese. And you too, Rivy, because you saw Mathis get a tiny piece of cheese. Goddamn bandits. Stay away from my cheese! Sorry, I needed breakfast. Cheese grommet! That one hand already looks so much better, doesn't it? I think I need to pull the highlights back down into the thigh a little bit, like in the other leg. Have you tried vegan cheese? If we turn on the jewelry, it looks so good. I do want to put a little bit of a red reflection onto the corset around the bottom. I'm going to use the blend tool to bring this down though. Oh, that's better. That is what I was looking for. The peppers give me hiccups. No! That's sand! Good morning, how are you today? This is literally almost straight black. Yeah, it's so close to straight black, but it's not quite. It's actually purple. Riffy, you can't go into Sai's room, River. Let's blend this. Make the shoe look more like a shoe now. The feet are still at the messy stage. The villain found out the hero was the sun hero. You ruined my life, and that's not true. I haven't even been part of your life. How could I ruin it? I wasn't even there. Okay. Drama. I'm going to flip this. next time I buy a monitor, I'm gonna invest in something that's really, really good quality for color. Like, this one's pretty good. But I'll probably relegate this one to a secondary monitor and get something better for color. The spoiler for that one is up to the chat because I don't play those games. Color accurate monitors are expensive. Yeah. The next time I buy a monitor will probably be a very long time from now. But like if I'm doing paintings like this on a semi-regular basis, I'm gonna have to do something, right? Doesn't have to be color accurate, but you know, it's probably a little bit better than this one. This one was what I could afford. It's only a 2K monitor. But it's still the best monitor I've ever had. And I did specifically, even though it's like a lower resolution monitor, I still bought the one with the better color profile than the higher resolution monitor. Because when I said it was a Twitch stream, and they're like, oh, you're gonna want this thing with like a higher FPS and... Uthway in the morning. You can't tell the difference between 720p and 1080 and 4K? I can. How you doing today, Uthway? Yeah, the next time I buy a tablet, it will probably be a Cintiq. You see, Ross, the thing is, Wacom makes the best tablets. That's just how it is. There isn't somebody who makes better drawing tablets. If you're an artist, you get a Wacom. Unfortunately. Yeah, I much have a preference to 16:9. and their weird aspect ratio can fuck right off. Cookies? What kind of cookies? Cookies. What have I done here? Whatever kind you want. Ooh. But the only reason I'll head out of my room is to see if Amazon Prime on their TV can let me watch Gundam GQX. Evangelion's designs, though, are, like, peak. In terms of mecha, Evangelion is peak. Like, you can't really beat it. Okay, this one foot's giving me trouble. Gale Ano did have a hand in some of the mechanical designs and logos of Gundam. Oh, nice. There are some people that are just good at some things. I would like to try and draw mecha at some point. I'm really bad at mechanical stuff. Like, really, really bad at it. There are things that I can't draw, and mechanical things are one of them. I can't even think of any examples that I might have. Like, I'm so bad at it, I don't even draw them. The only thing I can think to do is to plug in the old hard drive and take a look. This hard drive that definitely needs to, okay, unpracticed, but also bad. But mostly just unpracticed. Yeah, this hard drive is going. It's mostly the connection on it that's going. It's spinning. My desk is full of stuff again because I started emptying my desk. Okay. Desk, can you just... I have access to my files, please? Finally! And some of these are PSD files. Neff, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Everybody on Shrimp Vein Spines, give it a little stretch. Give your neck a little go back and forth, but I'm not all the way back because it's bad for it to go crunch. Don't do that. And just give yourself a little wiggle and wave like seaweed in the ocean currents. 2003, 2004, I don't think any of that. Nope, nothing in there. Nothing in 2005, nothing in 2006. I do believe there was something in 2007 or 9 somewhere that might have been. Oh my lord, that is so bad. It's still not. Yeah, I know I drew one thing, and it was kind of a redraw, and it was used on a website. I don't think I have any mechanical things drawn at all. Not ones that I have access to anymore. No, I can't say that I have anything. I usually draw natural things only. Icons. Type. Nope. It's still the organics. Still organics. Natural things only. have found the Get Stuffed. Really? It's made out of fibers. Those are natural. Satin is merely a weave. It is not a type of... It is not a fiber. I want to see one of the Get Stuffs. One of the marketable plushies from, like, 20 years ago. Satin, real satin is not cheap. Real satin is very, very expensive. Satin is a weave, not a fiber. Depending on what your satin is woven from, it can be very, very expensive. Bridal satin? Whew. But yes, this is one of the marketable plushies from years and years and years ago. This was my avatar. So I had a little shop called Get Stuffed. This was another variant. Yes, but it's called bridal satin because that's what it's mainly used for. And it indicates stuff that's, usually made with more natural fibers. So yeah, marketable plushies. You can see from the original marketable plushies, not much has changed. So here's a little trip down memory lane. Still trying to find something. Just something. Not even in the old old Gaia shops that I used to run. Oh, you want to see one of the original designs from Avatar? That anime. Look at those eyes. Ugh. And my old cringe art, guys. It's a special episode today. hell's an OCI file? Holy shit, there's files in here. I don't even know what they are. Guys, I don't know what an OCI file is. I don't remember this file format. It's weird that, like, because I know I ran... Oh, Open Canvas? Maybe. This was, like, back in the, like, pre-Paint Tool Sci, or Paint Tool Sci was just reaching its peak days. It's weird because, like, I had a Gaia shop for like a pet shop, adoptables kind of thing, and all of them were supposed to be kind of mecha robotic. Now that I'm thinking about it, and I can't find the files for it. Huh. Here's something that that's the closest I can get to an inorganic is a helmet that I drew at some point. Yeah, that's the closest I've got. So one of the rare pieces of armor. Thanks for the hydrate. I don't know if I said that. I'm very distracted going through old files, but yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's cringe art. Yeah, I can't find the files from that old No, that's a picture that I wanted to save. Never got around to it. It's a game logo. Inventory screen stuff. I drew that horror show, yeah. Pretty damn nice. I don't think it's terrible. I think I'm like you. An old piece might be like, wow, that looks good, and I'm like, yeah. What is this? Yeah, that's the items file. So we got quilted armor. Just a gambeson. I was doing some game assets at some point. Sai and I were making a game together. It was supposed to be a combination of like a play-by-post roleplay, but you could also buy armor and equipment and stuff to upgrade your character. Instead of, you know, people being like, oh, I just make shit up as I go. We're just like, well, there's so much confusion and people are always asking the same goddamn question, can I do this or can I do that? But instead we were like instituting like a role system. So instead of deciding whether your character failed or not in your RP, it was more like D&D where you rolled and the system logged your roll and then you could roleplay based off your roll. And that way people couldn't cheat either. Because the rolls were public. 2010, nothing in that folder that's armor based. Nobody wants to play with cheaters anyways, yeah. I do occasionally draw weapons. Want to see a really terrible chibi? I gave up with this one for a reason. It was bad. It was so bad. I gave up. I cannot find anything, guys. I've apparently neglected to learn how to draw mechanical objects. I really should finish this one. It needs to be fixed, but I should finish it. This is one of those ones where it's like I started drawing something. Ah, yeah, this one too. This one's good. This is one of my finished pieces that I was really proud of. Few things are more satisfying than beating a cheater without breaking the rules yourself. Yeah. What's this one? Those were sketches from a novel that I was writing. The rare paper sketches. There's the actual file. Hold on a sec. You can't see shit because there's no background. Because it was a PSD file. That's an unfinished sketch. But I suppose, like, this is relatively close to mechanical stuff. Oh, that's... there, so that you can actually goddamn see it. You see Naruto influence, what, in this picture? Did I not draw his feet? That's terrible. I didn't draw his feet. Well, I guess I never drew his feet. Oh. I may have watched Naruto like once or twice, but no, this isn't inspired by anything. This is literally just my own whatever. That one was from... That was a 2012 redraw of the Ancients of Mystile, which were the characters I drew for the pet shop that I ran. So the one I was talking about that were all supposed to be... I guess music sucks. Mostly because he's blasting it out his car windows. I gotta like talk over it because I want to get like copyright claims for whatever rap he's listening to, like, or whatever the fuck he's listening. I don't know what he's listening to. Dude, just drive away, please. God, my brain was just like, I can't parse information with that going. He's gone now. The shop that I was talking about that I used to run, where everything was going to be like Mecha that I can't find the files for, ended up becoming the shop for this. And that was... I have one piece of art from it from 2007. And I don't think I even... I might have the original file. What's this one? Yeah, that's the quote-unquote original file. Why are there two of them? Because I was playing around layer effects. Okay, this is the original one. This is one of the first landscape digital paintings that I ever did. The geology makes no fucking sense. You've seen my mountain paintings before. This is one of my original ones. It's weird. And as you can tell, my concept of colors has gotten a lot better. Yeah, I spent a long time on this. Not nearly as long as I probably should have, but like I was very proud of it at the time. It needs a lot of work. I used like a cloud brush, as you can probably tell, for like the fog and the clouds in the background. Those flowers. Oh, I made up those flowers. Somebody's cooking something. It smells really weird. Ugh. I don't know what they're cooking, but I don't like it. But yeah, that's just one of my original paintings from 2007, and I can't find much from the shop itself. This is one of the adoptables. This is Balthazar, as in his child form. That hair, though. You can see him here again. This was his redraw. So, same character. Let's close that. But line art used to take me so long that I gave up. Anime Albert Einstein, yeah, really. But like you can see like the difference between these two, like how much I improved between 2007 and 2012 even. Cuz I was just drawing so much more. And like this file, I would like to go in and fix some of the problems with it. So let's see if I turn off Gil. Yeah, like, even though I followed it relatively well in the sketch is still better than the actual finished version. So I'd like to go in and redo this one, so I'm probably going to drop this into art and projects, or art in progress rather. I'm going to save this as a Clip Studio file. And I will probably readjust the composition on this one. Like, draw his feet. Let's save that, because I haven't saved. Yeah, I'm just trying to find, like, anything that's remotely mechanical, and I can't. This was from, like, my original Minecraft series when I was doing a little, it was sort of like a storyline thing. The characters look so weird. This is another piece I want to finish. A rare fan arts. I really like the painting on this one. Like, now I see the problems now that I'm a better painter, but like back when I first started this one, like, I was really proud of it. Some people need a chance to keep drawing when they can, but some people are like, you can work you half. It's exhaustion every other day, but you can just work on your things on your own because it's just art. Yeah. No, I'm one of those people that's like, I hardly ever finish anything. And when I do, it takes me a long time. Oh god, I'm not gonna show that. That's terrible. And like, I have a lot of unfinished stuff because I just lacked the skill to finish it. Like, this was originally going to be a painting, but like his design is pretty cool. Where's the original file for that one? This one. And like, this is up to 15 layers right now. What's this? That's the sketch. For some reason it's like way down on layer 7. And like, nowadays I would just do this all in one layer. Save that in the 2025 art in progress. Enjoy your nap in the shade. absolutely try and draw. What I'm probably going to do with this is I'm going to merge everything with exception to the background. And the middle ground, which would be the cushions. And then we'll paint that one maybe a little bit later. I did a background painting for Adlington from Minecraft. That was the first commission that I ever really did, and that was the unfinished one. I think this was fan art, and I think he paid me for it anyways, and this went on a t-shirt, so you can actually buy this picture on a t-shirt. He really liked Minions, and so he would make Minions out of concrete blocks. It's really cute though. I made him an offline banner for his Twitch. That he never used because of the minion. And I was drawing him a piece of fan art, but once again I lacked the ability to finish it. I lacked the skill to finish it, and I think I'm gonna try and finish this one for his birthday, which is Halloween. Oh yeah, I'm his moderator, Necromancer. I'm his Twitch mod. I've been his Twitch mod since like 2012. I'm just hardly ever there. The other Twitch mod, Monstrella Marmalade, is my Trouble Twin. When we get together, that's when I go in like full goblin mode. Oh, it helps if I open the actual file and save that instead. This one. We're going to resave this into the ArtProgress 2025. Name it -2025 so that we know it's a variant. Okay, I'm gonna save it as Clip Studio file. And we'll go back and we'll finish this one. It will be 1,000 times better. Like, this is actually really good. I don't think I even used a reference for this, which is kind of shocking considering how good it actually is. Yeah, you had no idea that I was Adlington's Twitch mod? Yeah, I've done quite a lot of art for Adlington. The memes. This one was How to Magic. This was supposed to go on a t-shirt too. Or like a postcard, whatever. Rare paper artwork. This is Ethan Rose. He's a detective in my paranormal fantasy story called Black City. Or Eternal Halloween that takes place in Black City. Rare paper artwork. A rare older man character. He keeps incense. So, like, instead of a cigarette, he just usually has an incense stick just in the end in his mouth. This is my character Icarus. Let's get you a background so you can bloody well see him. Yeah, 2014 is when you really started to see like an evolution in my artwork. When I started pushing myself to do different things. Landscapes. Different, more like details in fabric and stuff for characters. Like, there's netting on this sleeve. His face is a little bit wrong, his eyes are too small, but other than that, like, everything else about this character is really good. He has a good silhouette, he has a good color profile, he has a consistent design aesthetic. And it was originally drawn on paper. I've still got the original floating around somewhere in my apartment. And then this is another variant of Icarus. I was trying a new design aesthetic. I'm not sure how I feel about it. He looks too old. I think my design influence for this was the Tales games. He looks a bit too proper. So it's definitely not an Icarus vibe. Yeah, 2014, I actually done a fair amount of art for Adlington. And then I was starting to do portraits in 2015 of all of my characters from my novel. And as we all know, I am a lot better at noses and mouths now. This has turned into an art reminiscence journey. This was from another Gaia pet shop that I ran. Very similar to the Ancients. The meadow where Xanthias was first designed. The blue guy is Xanthias, the purple guy is Louis, so these are my two characters. And then the rest are other people's characters. Xanthias is adorable though, he's my bean. He's my precious bean. It's the name I used to use on the internet before that Gmail was hacked and I switched over to Seika. So if my Gmail hadn't been hacked, this is the character I probably would have been playing up until today. He's my fluffy demon boy. And also my greatest work of art of all time. I guess that's Nell. Okay. I drew Sai's character Phrase on my phone one day. Again, another work of art. I should just turn this face into an emote. Looks like Icarus has just done something colossally stupid. Phrase is just like, I can't even. Alright, let's see. I still haven't still haven't found anything mechanical. We're up to 2016. I don't think we're gonna find anything. This is Icarus as a normal human. For a Harry Potter AU before Harry Potter was hated. This is Team CMYK, which are my character Icarus, Sai's character Phrase, and Arcane Memories character Arcane. Or Phoenix, whichever one you want to call her. But because we were blue, yellow, and pink, we were CMYK because our underlying color was black. This is another one of those ones I want to finish. Let's see. Do I even have that as a PSD file? It says 2016. And I'm in the 2016 file. But I don't have it. It was a horror piece that I drew. I also used to have a secret creepypasta channel. I used to do creepypasta readings. Was this one of those files that I lost? Looks like it. Looks like I might have lost the file. For the CMYK. That would suck. Oh, no. Apparently it's called something else. We lived on very different sides of the internet. I really like creepypastas. I still listen to creepypasta. I struggled with noses. 2016, I struggled with noses. This is my character Rowan, who is the main character from Imagination, which is another book I'm writing. One of the few non-organic things. This is the Gravitas Market Manager sign for Paradox, which is the game that Sai and I were working on together. Design files, sketches. Mechanical, kinda, yeah. It's about as close as you're gonna get. A redraw of a picture that I did a very long time ago. The taller character belongs to Uberzers on Twitch / everything else. His name is Belial. And then this is a reimagining of Icarus, who was very similar to him. That picture was old. Original was old. That was before the the falling out to that website that damaged me for so long. These are science characters from her book. So this is Zach, Hawk, and Drake is in green. Zach is a dragoon, which is kind of like a dragon space elf. A Hawk is a vampire. And Drake is a werewolf. But not in the way you would imagine them. Basically drew nothing in 2018. There's Adlington's picture again in 2019. I was working on some different design aesthetics. Characters from Imagination, because I was writing it again. I was working on the school uniform too. Rowan ends up with white hair instead of orange, which is Kieran, and he was an angry young man. Terrible drawing of Kieran. Just get rid of that. I was basically relearning how to draw at that point. And then 2021 is when I really started getting back into artwork. I finished Adlington's banner. And that went on a postcard. So this was the one that I was paid for as the commission. We'll close these. And that was also the year I did my first collab with Sai and Puma. So we each did 1/3 of the picture, and I'm thinking of asking them if they want to try another one this year for Halloween. And then I believe Necromancer knows this one. That's the one I initially showed you where you were like, yeah, maybe I'll commission you. And then, of course, the Meow Motes. Speaking of meows, there's a Mathis here. He wants lovin's. And yes, I did figure out how to write math upside down on the front cover of the book on the correct side to make it look like he was actually reading the book upside down. Here's the original Meowmote. So you get to see them at their full glory. Gentle meow. I have a lot of fun drawing these because they're just like really fast. They're not even colored properly in some cases. This one has to be my favorite one though. This was a monthly challenge from Ubazar's Discord where they had a specific way that you were supposed to draw, like, I forget what they're called, but they're like an inverse of yourself. Like a mirror version, but they reflect your strongest emotion that you keep hidden the most. There's something about the paint quality that I did with this. Like, I didn't do any blending. This is all just hard brush. And it looks pretty interesting. Needs some work, but it was very, very quickly done. And then we're getting into the modern stuff. There's a little Angie Xanthias. Let me put up the background so you can see the other stuff. A little chibi Icarus. Look at a piece so Angie. A little Zuzulheen. I've got a thing for poofy pants, apparently. Oh, this is my favorite one. Look at that little guy. I love him. This was the year I did the Rat Sona for the Rats SMP. Where I had decided that Xanthias was now a dimensional hopping demigod. And he hops into this dimension where everybody are rats. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'm a rat now. What the shit? The Rats SMP made me very happy. Their storytelling was great. They had a lot of fun. I was trying to figure out my Twitch persona. So this is a variant of Lagoon. And then of course Xanthias had his own full artwork. All the wings. Tabib. This is my my D&D character Tabby, who is a catfolk ninja, who is a collective figment of everybody's imaginations. Because when he goes stealth, he can go completely invisible in the middle of a sunlit street. He just disappears. Because his stealth rolls are just so insane. Xanthias sleeping in the void for a couple billion years. Need to finish that one. So many pieces that I want to finish. And then, we started getting into Nameless. So this is 2022, and after that, it's just history. Did my next major commission. Created this crest for my friend for his erotic romance series. He wanted a special coat of arms. I think I did a pretty good job with this. Is this the one with the secret butt in it? Can't remember. Ah, yes, the secret butt. There's the secret butt. It's just the secret butt. Just a pair of legs and a butt. Yep, secret butt. I don't know, I'm pretty proud of this thing. It's pretty awesome. So it's inorganic, but it's also organics. Because it's all metal. It's supposed to all be metal. So even all of the vines and the leaves are, like, supposed to be copper wire, which is why you're getting that patina on it. There's a bunch of jokes in there I won't repeat here. Secret butt woke up the chat. I did fan art piece for Arcane Memory. She is a dessert witch. So this was the style that I was going to offer for my portraits, and I ended up doing a whole painting for Necromancer instead. This is a very unusual style for me to do, too. Like, really thick, exaggerated liner. Kinda like it, though. It's different. Started doing the character designs. Thick. Yeah. Started doing the character designs for Witching Hour, which is now called the Witch Hunter Society, which is the main novel that I've been working on since 2008. Really, really, really want to get it done. And as you can see, I started getting into more finer details. Yep. Hello? I dragged on the wrong part of the window. Let's see what else. I can't show that on Twitch, unfortunately. This one I can show. When it loads. So we have Whitefire and Nightlight, our two witches. And we have Alex, Vaughn.
Silver1754 says, I wish everyone forgot my birthday.
Well, we're not going to forget your birthday. This is a very big file. I wanted to paint a scene from the book. It's terrible. I never finished it because I was just like, this is awful. This is Kieran's character design for Level Up LARP. If I were to play him as a character at LARP, this would be the outfit I would make for him, probably. And it was his hat that actually won me the ticket to Conquest. I still haven't found anything mechanical, and we're up to 2024 now. So, like, you guys have seen these. I really, really, really want to finish this and offer it up as a print. I really, really enjoyed painting this one. Drawing botanicals is actually a lot of fun. It's a big challenge, but it's a lot of fun when they turn out. Yeah, everyone, Fantasy's birthday is on the 16th, I believe. And we're gonna make it a good fun day for them. Here's some old art. You can see my style goes all over the place. I can't remember what year these are from, but I was drawing on paper at some point. Yeah, like I don't know why, but I decided to like make really long legs. Her head's like the wrong proportion, her arm is not the right length. I can't remember what year those were from, but those are actually like taken from my sketchbook. COVID meme. That's what it feels like even today. And yeah, you guys are now up to date. There's the book cover that I designed that was part of the commission. So, an erotic romance novel. It is literally all of the artwork from 1998 until now. At least the stuff that I bothered to show. And, one of the stickers from the sticker sheet that I made. Where's the actual sticker sheet? Sticker sheet. When I can get the printer working, I will be selling these as actual stickers. But the fucking printer's not working. I had a couple of them ready to go. Like, those have been ready for years. Oh, my rage. And when I found out the printer wasn't working, I stopped making the stickers. There, I hope you enjoyed that very long trip down memory lane. I did not find any mechanical things. Thanks, Fantasy. They do make very, very cute stickers. They're printed on an A5 sheet. So they fit in an A5 notebook, which is typically used for bullet journaling. I think we should start using the same measurements that the rest of the world uses for paper. Because North America having its own paper setting, different from that of the rest of the goddamn planet, is so annoying. Stretch. There. We had a long break, and we were completely unsuccessful in finding any mechanical drawings. From 1998 until now, no mechanical drawings. That's what this whole rabbit hole was. So I guess I'm gonna have to challenge myself and draw some mechanical stuff at some point. You got to see a lot of my art, a lot of cringe stuff, stuff that I want to redraw. I was worried about what I was gonna have to figure out to paint after I finish your piece, Necromancer. I guess I don't have to worry so much anymore because we figured it out. actually like the shading on this one here. I like the shading on this hand better. Cause there's more life. I like the color on this light better. Remember all that time I spent avoiding touching this calf muscle? Just got finished book 5 of Stormlight Archive. Nice. You missed me going through all of my art since 2008. Oh, okay. cats are having a battle next to me. Thanks for the hydrate, Niff. Nacho says hello and boops my snoot. Well, Nacho needs to come here and boop my snoot if he wants to hear the boop snoot. And a stretch! Thank you, I needed that. A Nephros boop the snoot. It is the boop snoot. Like the droop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. The one and only. Maybe I should turn that into a redeem. Make you spend your star shells on boop snoots. Snoop boops. Okay, my eyes are starting to get all screwy again. I think it's probably chat time. Just stretching the yawn. You gotta get the shading right on the legs, the inner thigh. And you gotta color match the arms. Do the lace. We haven't done much, but like that one hand looks a lot better than it did. Actually, both the hands look a lot better than they did this morning. Still figuring out that transition point on the forearm to the elbow. Rather the crick of the arm. The elbows are fine, it's the crick of the arm that I need to go take a look at some arms. To do more packing today. I gotta start cleaning the kitchen. No, don't tickle me! Ah! Just to wake up everybody. I gotta find some boxes to pack my tea pets into. Actually, I think I might have one. I might have one or two boxes that I could pack the tea pets into, which will be a good test if I want to make more tea pets and sell them, because yeah. kinda gotta get my shop running. And if the shop does well, or might have to mean less streaming, because I'll have to do more work at Tesla. There's empty slots on my cube shelves, and Tesla's apparently been sleeping in them. Hey, Nikes. Alright, I'm gonna get up and stretch my legs. Everybody get up and stretch your legs. Or, first we'll have a bath time. Oh, we have a nugget. He came close. He got snatched. Are you a snatch snack? Hey. Hey, yeah. Oh. Cat time. Oh, Naff has been tickled. Oh no! Whatever shall he do? Alright. Let Tesla go. He's not a cat who likes to be cuddled very much. I'm just knocking down everything in the universe. Ah! Thanks for the hydrator. When life gives you lemons, you have to ask, when did life grow hands and take up lemon farming? Blubus! There he is. I don't know why your nickname is Blubus, it just is. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick stretch. Maybe get more drink. I don't know, there's more drink here. Let's mix these two together. I think I need some ice for this drink. It's getting a little bit warm. supposed to be relatively toasty today, I think. Let's check the weather. We haven't done the weather check in a while. 19 with a high of 23. Feels like 25. It says high of 23, and then later on, at 4 p.m. it says it's going to be 24. It feels like 25. How is it? It says high of 23, but it says it's going to go up to 24. Lies. Alright. I'm gonna go grab some ice from a drink. I'll be right back. Everybody get up and stretch so you don't get blood clots in your legs. The Vikings are in the chat. You silly beans. Alright, I'm getting like weird, like my eyes are going crossed and I'm getting a bit dizzy. I'm drawing too intensely, so I think it's chat time. It's the chat segment of Art and Chat. You people in your weird letters. Yeah, attempt to make some food. Food is good. Wondering. Well, I got that leftover pork loin still. Because I was gonna hang out with Tyler the night before last, and then he didn't show up. And then so I was like, "Can we get pizza?" And I was like, "Okay." And then Tyler showed up last night, which is when I was gonna eat my pork loin, and instead we ordered McDonald's, and then they only sent us the 3 drinks when we ordered 3 meals. And then we had to wait again for like another 45 minutes for our meal to show up, and they only gave us a refund minus $10 for the 3 drinks. So I had to pay an extra $10 for the meals last night. And the meal itself for 3 people was $69 from fucking McDonald's. Loki is a mother for a horse in Norse mythology. Okay. Was random. Yeah. So that was expensive yesterday. When did McDonald's end up starting to cost as much as like fucking Red Lobster and like really high-end restaurants? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Well, this news title, "The world thinks we've lost our minds. People around the world react in horror to the fall of American democracy." Oh, wow! And then this one science video, trying to make water levitate, but it keeps exploding. Sometimes YouTube titles are wild. Well, you see the coupons, they don't work unless you go in and we get it delivered. Don't pay top dollar for garbage foods. Yep. This is why people have returned to like actual cooking. We only got McDonald's because like we're in the midst of moving, so stuff's all over the place and it's chaos, right? And it's just hard to find the time and energy to cook between the packing and the stress and Yeah, they don't work on the Skip the Dishes app. No. Sorry, but the ice cream machine is broken again. It's always broken. It's always broken? It always was. Yeah, it's dumb. And Skip has an upcharge, and the only reason we're using Skip is because DoorDash refused to give us refunds anymore. Because we had to ask for so many fixes because the McDonald's here, one, won't pay their employees enough, and two, keeps hiring only teenagers so that they have to pay them less. They did the same thing at the Burger King and Timmins, and then the Burger King and Timmins shut down because all of their managers were under 18 years old because they didn't want to pay the adult wages. Yeah, Skip didn't refund the drinks. We did order the drinks. They were ordered. They were part of the meal. But then we had to reorder the meals, so we had to get double the drinks. And I don't know why they didn't refund the drinks. And they were like, we need a picture to prove you didn't get your stuff. And we're like, how do we prove we didn't get something? And that is like the most infuriating goddamn thing ever. So this is the pic we sent them. They're like, prove to us that you didn't get what you ordered. And we're like, here's a picture of the 3 drinks. It's like, we didn't get the food. So I just pointed at the drinks. I wouldn't let me point, you know, both hands at them, doing like the little finger guns. She wouldn't let me do that. But I managed to get my finger in there at the last second. I just jabbed it right into the photo. All of her G Fuel containers sitting empty on the counter. Cyan's problem. And so, like, we stopped using DoorDash because they're like, no, we're not going to give you refunds anymore because you asked for too many refunds. And we're like, why doesn't the McDonald's just fix their problem and hire people who can do the actual fucking job? You know, like me. I can do that job. I do that job very well because I'm meticulous and I care. But they won't hire me because I know my labor rights. It's just gonna unplug that old hard drive there. Kira, how you doing? I don't think I saved that other one that I wanted to redo, the CMYK one. Damn it. No, I didn't save it. Well, Vanderbander. I bet you all heard that. I hope you're doing well, Hannah. Did you hear that tire screech? Tell me you heard that tire screech and that crunch. Oh no. I hate it when that happens. It was right when you appeared. You did not hear it. Oh man. There was just a little and I was like, that was an accident. Somebody was probably looking at their phone. We were looking at some old artwork here. So this is something I did a long time ago. This one too. And I want to go. I'll get it later. You heard the bang? Yee. I was running an adoptables shop on Gaia Online a long time ago. So I wanted to redo this one. What's this? There's nothing in this. There's a folder and there's nothing in it. There's an accident right outside your door and you watched it happen. So some people did hear the crunch. Yeah. Oops. Oh man, SUV drove past the business across the street, so he stopped. Someone slammed into him. Computer's struggling to process this. How big is this goddamn file? No way. Man, this file's only 5 inches by 3 inches. Excuse me. This is a... No. This is how big this file should be at what I usually work at. Thanks for the hydrate, dwarf! Hello, good morning, hello, good day. Time zone approved, greetings, tag to you. And the posture check, everybody on shrimp line spines. Little wiggle back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. Clip Studio scaling is really good. Nice! Are you doing a Ghostbusters thing this year? Let's delete that.
looking for a ghost trap last year, but they kept selling out. Yeah, you gotta get stuff early nowadays for Halloween. Disappointed they looked at the damage, chuckled, and said it's fine, and just left. Wow. Well, the thing is, like, if she didn't have a dash cam, he could have turned around and said she drove into him, and if there was no dash cam to prove otherwise, she would be found at fault for that accident. Okay. And for Hira and Dwarf, who just came in, this is a picture that I drew in, what did I say, it was 2014 or something, or 2012, of characters from an old Gaia Online adoptables shop that I used to run. Conveniently, everything is on separate layers. So, seeing as I want to change the layout of stuff, I still have everything on separate layers. Apparently, weirdly decided separate layers. This goes here. And then this goes here and links up with that. And there are two versions of this girl. I think I like this one better. Yep, Gaia Online. There's cameras outside that business. The cameras outside that business don't necessarily work, I'll tell you. Yeah, like, I must have drawn Gil's feet at some point, and then they got cut off in the PSD file. But, like, this is how I used to do my sketches, like a really, really thin, light pencil. And, like, this is wrong. This is all wrong. First of all, his knee should be here, which means the anatomy, guys. The anatomy is so bad. These are the characters at, like, their tween stage. They better work since it's a business run out of their home. A lot of the times, you'll probably find that some businesses, they have cameras, but they don't actually work, and they're literally just a deterrence. It's really fascinating when people do that. But yeah, it's a thing that can happen. It happens pretty frequently, more frequently than you would imagine. But it's good that you took notes in case it was necessary, because sometimes People come back. So, like, his pants will probably end right about here. There's so many anatomical problems. I'm looking at this, I'm like, can I fix it? Yeah, the garage over there was like that, and pulled the camera wire out of the wall. It wasn't connected to anything. Fire extinguishers were expired. Oh dear God. Pit only had one exit and blue. Air filters were never changed. Safety inspector never came into the shop. Asked the boss from the door, and they both leave. Come back, and the safety inspector would hand our boss up the passing cert. Ah, he was paid. Fire department? You're a bro, what? Yeah, that's about how I feel about that too. I forget this character's name. This one was Echo. Oh, I forget his name too. Ah! This one is Refia. This is Balthazar. This is Gilshire. It reads Neff's story in disbelief. The fuck? Chemical Worker song by Great Big Sea became our anthem? Yeah! Yeah! Well, us getting upset will not help the situation. Indeed, because the situation is long past. Alright, let's plug in the hard drive again, because I need to go find those characters' names so that I can name the layers properly. I feel like the one in the back started with an N. And then the major problem of, again, those files are missing. Isn't it all? The garage is still there. Nothing's changed except the staff. You could call the inspection agency and secretly tell them everything you know. Oh, I found it. I found it. And old artwork. The original picture of Gilshire that I drew. It's time for more cringe art, guys. Here's one of the other ancients. The Raphael. The reason I couldn't find the art is because it was all in my my novels folder. What is this? I don't even know. I don't remember making that. That was so when you first got your character in the shop, they started out as like just an essence kind of thing. So this was a soul bottle, and you had to collect a soul in it, if I recall. I'm looking back at stuff from like 2012, so it would start out as like an empty case or an empty bottle, and then eventually you get a soul in it, which was like a colored cloud. Ugh. Ate so much. What did you eat? A hydrate. Leave the hydrate enough, and a little bit of a street. And then, oh god, everything is group by type. Here are the large icons. What's this? Oh, these files are so huge. Seeing that killed me. Here's another picture of Gilshire. Look how tiny it is. Gilshire is a child. Right. So you would get a soul case, and then you would get an item, and the item, God, it's so bad. And you would, there would be this ritual to combine the soul case with this item, and sort of like the soul is possessing this item and using it as a base to connect to something physical in the world. So, like, the gear was a brass gear, and it was used to create this guy, and he had the soul of a dragon. There was a flip phone that I designed. So, here's a mechanical thing that I have drawn in the past. We found one thing. Ate too much spicy noodles, it'll kill the virus. So we have found the one mechanical thing that I have drawn. And you would get a certificate to go with your character. Yes, that is papyrus font. It was the only option we had back then. So you would have an item, and you would have a talisman, which determined like their sort of like alignment slash element. And then you would have the soul, which sort of determined more about their personality. But yes, we found a mechanical thing. Of this. That's the closest you can get. That's at 242%. There. I'll go to 300%. 309 is the best you're getting. What is this? Oh, good lord. What's this one? Yep. It's very cringe. I have a lot of files that I can't... this was the new cert. So, remember that painting that I showed earlier? It's in the background. So you got like this little ID card with a barcode on it. And your alignment, whether you were light or dark, changed depending on the orientation of the little yin yang symbol. So if the dark side was up, your character was more on like the dark half of the alignment sphere, I guess. I can't remember what the Patriot Talisman was supposed to be, but all the talismans were stones. It was, that was a special one. This was the Angelic Talisman. I didn't really know how to draw crystals back then, but I could probably do much better now. Like, these symbols should be floating more in the middle of the stone, and you should be able to see through the stone because they're supposed to be clear. But I didn't know how to do that back then. I could probably just paint that now. Let's see. Group by type. I have to, like, make everything in these folders visible so that I can actually see them. It is literally just parchment. What even is that? Review, large icons, group by type. There's so many. Oh, yep, this was the old concept. Here we go. Here we go. Inspired by Bubblegum Crisis. You have no idea how long it took me to draw that. And that's on paper too. That's the inked drawing on paper. What is this? What is this? Terrible. Yep. It's terrible is what it is. And the original talismans. They look like graham crackers. They were supposed to be like these old stone tablet things that are probably about the size of a loonie or toonie, like a large coin. Except I didn't know how to draw rocks then either. Or like old sandstone kind of deal. Shaking my head. This is one of the more final versions before I switched out to, like, the nice crystals. I'm in pain. Oh god, what did the old cert look like? Yep. Nothing matched, there was no cohesion. Back when I had a sale, so I came out with the first series. These were the items. So there's a jade tiger statuette, the brass gear, origami crane, blah blah blah, the phone. And you could, when you bought one, you could choose which element you wanted attached to it. So, the dragon guy was the earth talisman with the brass gear, and So those ones were knocked off the list, and then the next one was the origami crane with the angelic talisman. And then the artist palette never sold. The phone, I think, was matched with water. And the Jade Tiger was matched with the Fire Talisman. I know I had it somewhere. Checking a document that's like 15 years old. There is literally one character in this document. Just delete that. I cannot find the information for those other characters, which is kind of surprising because normally I would keep all of that information. Ah! I think I might have found it. There's like so many folders that look the same, but they're not. This was another variation of the cert. Went through so many variations. So what did I say? A little ghost dude in the background. His name started with N. It was Narodai. And the little dragon boy, the Braskier, is Eladir. Or, no, Narudai was the owner. I got the N right in terms of the owner, so that the user. The character's name was Ilinus. And, Refia as a child, so her original design. I can't remember what her item was. It was a blueprint. Her item was a blueprint. Taylor kept changing it. He wasn't sure how to go about it with that character. This is Balthazar's little certificate. So I had the demonic talisman, or the dark talisman. His soul was Diablos, and he had this really cool piece of jewelry as his item. It was neat. This was the original piece of jewelry that was sent to me by the guy who bought the pet. And I say pet, but adoptable. The cell phone ended up being matched with the dark talisman and not the water one. And the soul was supposed to be a Kirin. People really liked the dark talisman for whatever reason. Here was Echo. So she had the paper crane. Yep, the paper crane and the angelic talisman, or the light talisman. And when it was time for your child to grow, or for your thing to level up to the next rank or whatever it is, received like a little letter on a piece of parchment with like a wax seal and stuff. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's the pet shop that I once ran on Gaia. Old screenshot of Windows with Photoshop open. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh my lord, it's so bad. Ah! I can't believe our interfaces used to look like this. It's so distracting. All of the, like, the highlights and drop shadows on everything. It's so distracting. Yeah, I know. It's almost painful to look at. It's fun though, because like, I used to be a data hoarder, right? So. And yeah, this picture was originally drawn on paper. You can see the pencil lines. That 1080p window though. Actually, I think this one was still 720. I mean, it was a steeping stone. Among other... what? Oh, a stepping stone. Yes. The head is just way too big. It needs to be like half the size that it is, and the eyes need to be like a third of what they are. But like, it was a time and it was a style. Like, really big anime eyes were just a thing at the time. Insanely huge eyes. It was just the style. And like, these pictures would take me months to draw. And now I could probably draw that in like an hour. When you first said stepping stone, I was like, oh god, am I really losing how to spell things? Well, you did write steeping stone. His item was a frumpy wizard's hat. It was so cute. And his soul was a forgotten Garuda. I don't know what that is. To this day, I still don't know what it is. Okay, I'm losing a fuckberries. I'm glad I was able to find those things, because I was worried I had lost them. God, it makes me want to relaunch this, but I also know, like, it would be... It would be so much work if I were to launch that as something else now. and like a nice little profile thing that you absolutely cannot fucking read. God, I still have like all of the order forms and all the notes that I took. And like there were Halloween variants for Halloween and Christmas variants for the shop, so that I would like change it seasonally. All of all of the artwork and banners for the entire shop thread, I would go in and change them every season. Because that was the Christmas one. The Halloween one. Keep in mind, these were on like a white web page. So like all of this outside of the banner would be would just be like a white website. My God, the papyrus font is in this file. And I can't delete the font file because the computer's like, oh no, I'm using this. I was like, no, you're not. And you had like this whole tracking thing that you could put in your profile. And it was done in CSS. So all I had to do was go in and change something, but the code's done by someone else because at the time I didn't know how to do that coding. But the guy never came through with the coding. He was gonna get a free pet out of it if he had done the coding, but he didn't. That sucks. Yeah, so that is the, like, full review of the Ancients of Mysteel. It was a piece of artwork that I never finished from a bajillion years ago that's related to it. This is the original sketch. God. Oh yeah, and there was a comic I was drawing at one point. You didn't know I drew comics, did you? There, you've learned things about me today. I had cringe art, and I drew comics at one point. Drawing comics is a lot of work. I never want to do it again. That's actually how I got my shoulder injury, was drawing a comic. I drew too much, and I injured myself. I'm sorry that we went through a lot of file searching today. But we did paint a very nice hand. We've cleaned it up quite a lot. We've got to do different things every once in a while. And it was nice to take that little trip down memory lane. It's not, seeing some of the old stuff that I did is not, how do I put it? It's not painful anymore. Like 10 years ago, if I was looking at that stuff, or even as far as 5 years ago, if I looked at that stuff, I would still have a lot of, like, poor emotional reaction to it. Because, some of that stuff, particularly centered around Icarus as a character, was very, sensitive for me because there was a lot of betrayal from my online community back then. I suffered quite a lot. Gaia was pre-Icarus. But everything after, like, 2010, there's virtually no art between 2011 and 2024. There's virtually nothing in those files. There's maybe there's one folder that has only one art piece in it from one of those years. And then 2022 is when I started getting back into stuff, because that's when we started doing the Level Up LARP contest, was towards the end of 2022. And 2023 was the year I was supposed to go to Conquest, but I couldn't get my passport in time because I needed to replace my citizenship documents. And then, of course, there's more Level Up LARP in 2024. So I started doing even more art. And after Conquest, Arias commissioned me for her costume design. Oh, for Dell's costume design, and then her costume design. And then I started streaming towards the end of 2024, and then I started streaming every day in, like February? Towards the end of February, beginning of March of this year. And now there's so much art. And it feels so good. Like, I don't feel sad anymore when I look back at my old art. There's a bit of melancholy, because it's like I could be so much better at art if I had just continued doing art back then. But God, I was so depressed, guys. I was basically a zombie for like 10 or 12 years. It was awful. Like, I was still in school then, too. Like, I was in college and university, but I had lost my entire online community, and basically I was left with my friends back home, but then I moved away to go to university, and I hadn't been back since. And Sai. And Sai was in college then, too, so we didn't move in together until, like, 2014, 2015? And I graduated in 2015, and then we moved to Oakville for Sai to go back to school. And then I was trying to get into the same program as her, and I couldn't finish the high school courses because I just still had so much trauma that I was dealing with. Particularly high school related stuff and anything related to high school. Like, even though high school ended in 2003 for me, there was still a lot of damage on top of the stuff that had happened to me recently in like 2010, 2011 with the online community. And then I finally got into a program, did 1 year, realized it was absolutely not for me, and switched out and did the other 1 year program in interactive media. Graduated from interactive media, moved back to Kitchener where I am now, which I am leaving at the end of the month. And then the pandemic happened, and interactive media suddenly died. And then became something entirely different. And so technically I am actually working in my field right now by streaming on Twitch and using technology to interact with you via this avatar. So interactive media changed throughout the pandemic, but because I had lost my doctor when I moved and I didn't get a new one, I couldn't get any medication for my problem. And so I had dropped my medication cold turkey at the beginning of the pandemic and couldn't get any new medication until after the pandemic. Imagine where I would be now if I had been able to start VTubing in 2020 with everybody else. But now there's so many VTubers, it's like, I am always late to the party, man. That's what it feels like. I'm always late to the party. And I just gotta allow myself the grace that just because I'm late to the party doesn't mean, the party's not fun. And that I can't also have a great time at the party too. I mean, you guys are still here somehow. After me, like, searching through my files for fucking hours! God. I'm glad I didn't lose those files, though. I would be very, very sad if I had lost those. I'm glad I decided to check my novels folder, because I'm like, well, this involved a lot of writing, so maybe I was, logical and put it in the folder with all the writing. Which is precisely what I did. We're gonna unplug that now. And it's been almost 4 hours. You fell asleep? That's okay. You were full of food. Of course you fell asleep. That's what food does. Shall we go see Evan? I can't do any more painting today. My eyeballs were already doing the screwy brain thing. And you're still sick. Yeah, so you're full of good food and you're still sick. So sleep. Don't apologize. I was failing to organize things so I could draw, and then family stuff. Oh God. I'm so sorry, Ross. What is it that you need to organize while drawing? Or for drawing? Is it because you just draw on paper and you just need space on your desk or something? Alright, we're off sailing to other waters. Namely stuff on my computer. Files also cleaning out my hard drives. You don't need that to draw. Just draw. Organize later. So when I need to store things organized, kind of. Yeah. Alright, we're off. Sailing to other waters, everybody. Thank you for coming today, as usual. I always appreciate you guys showing up and, like, dealing with my stupid shenanigans of rifling through my files for hours. You got to see some interesting things if you were here for that. my cringe old shit. But yes, enjoy your journey. May you wash ashore distant lands and to new adventure. It's cringe at least, but I accept my cringe. We were all cringe at one point. Alright, I love you, bye-bye!